Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the channel today. Today, I want to profile a few of the lures I've been using and having some success with fishing in January in Tennessee and Kentucky. And the reason I want to talk about these is that a lot of times people talk about as the water temperatures get colder in the winter months, people talk about going to what they call finesse fishing or kind of small downsizing your presentation, maybe reducing the amount of flash, things like that, to try to get a better bite. And what you'll notice is all of the lures here kind of follow that kind of basic guideline. None of these lures have any kind of ball bearings inside them that create a knocking sound. The ones that do have blades on them, like the underspins and the rooster tail, are a smaller. They use smaller willow blades on them, and the rooster tail has kind of a half painted, half you know. Plated finish on the blade, so it's not super flashy. And then the jig head doesn't use any type of blade at all. Just basically, you just put on whatever plastic body you like. And the same applies with the underspin and the fin spin on the very bottom, which is another version of an underspin. But the reason that these seem to work really well is that when the water gets cold and the fish do tend to get more lethargic, they're much less active. Um, you don't really want to have an overly flashy or an overly noisy presentation. At least that's been my experience fishing this winter. And there are always going to be exceptions to the rule, but by and large, these type of lures are providing a pretty good measure of success. And really, it comes down to, I think, the fact that these do a pretty fair job of mimicking small bait fish, which even in the colder water temps, fish are still looking to feed. They will tend to go dormant somewhat, but they still want to eat on an occasion. So they will go after things that look like easy meals, and the smaller profiled lures, whether they be jig heads or underspins or rooster tails of various sizes, or even like a fin spin, which is another rooster tail or not, excuse me, underspin variant. Um, these are all pretty small profile baits, easy for a bass to get down and eat. And it really does make the fishing pretty easy. And I mean, as far as working the lures, normally the way I just work them is mostly it's just a slow retrieve. I just slow my retrieve speed down for the most part. Once in a while, if I feel like I'm seeing some activity in the water, like some bait fish are running around, I may speed up my retrieve a little bit or add a few twitches to the retrieve. Just some things to kind of mix it up a little bit. And it's always a good thing too when you're fishing to experiment with different retrieves as you're fishing anyways. Sometimes you might want to burn the lure back, run it real fast to try to get the fish's attention, and then maybe come back on the second cast with a slower retrieve, maybe add a few twitches or a few pauses in the retrieve. Sometimes you may want to try to raise your rod tip up and down to kind of change the lure's height in the water to make it look like it's up and down or moving very erratically in the water. But those type of things can definitely pay some dividends when it comes to trying to figure out what the dialing in on the fish bite. But so that's definitely something that might help you this time of the year. So, anyways, when you can get out on the water, it's pretty cold, but it is supposed to be warming up in the next week. So, hopefully, that will improve the bite a little bit, and we'll start to hopefully see some spring-like weather here in the near future. And as always, thanks again for watching. Bye.